from the virus, though. It's like when we rap, niggas get sick. And now they viral. Niggas is sick to their stomach and they sick in the lungs. I don't do my
in this game of battle rap. If you have any inspiration from the game of battle rap, or battlers or artists that help make you want to do this.
The very first person that inspired me, like battle rap was
to make you want to do it. No,
make me want to do it. That was Loaded Lux.
Okay, but Serious Jones made you like it.
When I seen him battle Jin this, my introduction to battle rap was Freestyle Friday and shit.
Okay.
So when I seen Jin, I was like, yo, this nigga's nasty. Like, this nigga's just going up there every Freestyle Friday killing these fools. But when I seen, it wasn't enough for me to want to, watch battle rap on a continuous basis. When I seen Serious Jones battle Jin, I was like, yo, like, these niggas are bugging the fuck out. Like,
super classic right there.
Yo. So that made me a fan of battle rap, like to where I started following, religiously. But it wasn't until Loaded Lux battle Calico, that was when I was like, yo, like, it inspired so much thought to me that I was like, I got to stand in front of somebody with this shit. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like, so, yeah, I'd have to say Lux, but the second part to that question,
who's on that black book, man? Who in that list? Like, you just exit them out like, yo, yeah, I got this one. You know what I'm saying?
Surf would be the only one.
Wow. And, why Surf? Why Surf?
Pretty much just, like, it wasn't something that, for years I've wanted to stand in front of Surf or nothing. It really was just instigated from when he was talking about, starting a tournament and shit.
Okay, I remember.
He was taking all our images and, silhouetting them and then, putting them in Pokemon type shits. And then I responded to that, and, people on Twitter were kind of feeding into, my response. And then he responded, and I didn't like the way he responded. And then it created this whole thing between me and him. Like, we were kind of going back and forth for just that one day. And I told him, in about 3 years, you're going to be at a level where I can battle you.
Wow.
I'm not going to want to. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be true as far as, what will I desire to battle. But I know for sure, in 3 years, it'll make sense for him. That's what I said. In 3 years, it'll make sense for me to battle you, and it'll make sense for you to battle me, but I won't want to by the time it makes sense. You should battle me now. I think that was my point.
And, that's funny because I remember chopping up with Surf when he called you, a lot of new guys Pokemons, and he was like, I like the new Pokemons or whatever. People don't remember the new guys. They only remember the first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First levels or whatever, but, even though he's like, yo, the new Pokemon might be the shit. They might be the illest some of the old ones and shit. But
yeah, niggas only remember the first 101. It stops at you.
Right. At the that's too many of y'all niggas. But the new generation, I'm sure they know these new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, but I think Surf is a phenomenal battle rapper and a legend. Despite the shit that I say on Twitter, the Twitter me is an ignorant fucker. Like, that nigga is just dumb. Like, but yeah, Surf is a phenomenal rapper and probably one of the most influential people in battle rap to aspire to as a battle rapper. Like, I feel like if he hasn't done the most, he's definitely top 3, with capitalizing what you can do with battle rap. So, yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily put him on a hit list per se. Just, if I was to have to battle a legend, that would be the one I'd look forward to the most. As far as hit lists go, all my hit lists are people of my peers. I don't really have a
top tier hit list.
Yeah, because I don't really see the I'll basically, it'll be easier for me battling somebody that hasn't stood in front of 20 other people, 40 other people with those name flips that everyone's seeing. You know what I mean? Like Cortez fucking Tay Rock, Shotgun Suge, like T-Rex, like, come on, man. Like, these niggas done stood in front of every Rock, every Rex, every Tez, core flip. Like, fuck I'm gonna do with that. You know what I mean? Like, I can still do it,
Yeah,
but
of
it's
course.
like, obviously it's gonna be easier for me to write for someone like Jay Kruger, who, like, everyone feels like hasn't really got his jaw tapped like that. You know what I mean? Like, hasn't really got that shit, you know, really, you know, used against him in a way that's, like, super creative, you know what I mean? Not that Kid Chaos didn't do his thing. It's just there's still like Kruger's still at a level where like one person can't fill up all the blanks. You know what I mean? Like one person can't have flipped his name to the best spot it's ever gonna be.
Yeah. It ain't happened yet, especially on the high level where it's like all the eyes are on it now, where we really watching y'all box with all the lights. But yeah, that. So basically, right now, I gotta ask: are you part of the F the Vets movements?
No.
All right, cool.
Not really, because, but I have an understanding of, you know, what that movement is actually like about. But even still, like, I wouldn't consider myself a part of that movement. For the mere fact that I don't really. I can see it creating more divisiveness than unity. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, from my understanding, the F the Vets movement is not really about like not liking the vets. It's more about
but it's the perception of it. It's the perception of it that gets misconstrued to the point where it's like
100%. But it's more about we battling. We gonna have classics amongst us. We don't need to go chasing these guys. So
and I'm 100% for that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm 100% for that.
You know what I'm saying?
But like as far as you know, saying fuck the vets and shit,
it could never really be that because the vets are who, you know, led the way. They the ones who inspired and who continue to help to build the culture to what it is. So it could never really be after vets ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the concept of you guys,
I would say,
building classics amongst each other and you guys becoming legendary within your own rights without having to just battle vets and things like that, I think is a dope concept as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, to the vets that, you know, are just riding their high horse and like acting like niggas can't fuck them up down here if they were to come down here. Yeah, fuck those niggas. But those individuals, like I don't think there are sincerely any of those vets that exist. Like I think all of them are aware that like on any given day it could be their ticket punched. You know what I mean? Like no matter who you in front of. Like
that's real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk, man. Well, you know, you said Lux, you know, is one of the guys that inspired you. And if you could battle a top tier dude, you know, it would be Surf. What do you think about their impending, you know, clash? You know, the battle between, I guess people say, you know, the generations and different things like that. But yeah, what do you think about those guys going at it? And how do you see it? I'm hearing it's a different type of situation now. It might not be no crazy crowd. It might just be them rapping in the room. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, well, what's your thoughts on that? And maybe the potential changes that might come with it.
If they do it without a crowd,
what's going to happen, Jay?
That's going to be the best battle for a very fucking long time.
Okay.
If they do it without a crowd. Like, now with a crowd, it's still gonna. I think it'll still live up to its potential. Because I think those two individuals are very dedicated to their craft. Surf kind of actually, both of them have like kind of steeped, you know, a little bit. Like as far as like, they're sharpening their skill set. Like I think both of them kind of have been guilty of like sipping their own juice for a period in time.
Okay.
But I don't think I can like to a certain degree. I can understand certain variables that allowed that to be the case. To whereas with this battle, I don't think either of them would do that.
Okay.
Like, I just can't see it. I mean, I can see it, but I can't at the same time. Like, it doesn't seem likely at all.
Crowd, no crowd. Who has the advantage, or does anyone have any advantage within it? You know, if there's no crowd, who has more of the advantage? If it is a big crowd, who has more of the advantage in your perspective?
It depends on what type of surf we get with no crowd.
Okay.
With no crowd, it really depends on what type of surf we get. If we get a surf that tries to be like, you know, aggressive and kind of just tries to punch, Big Lux will take that one.
Okay.
If we get a surf that gets a little more creative and a little more lyrical, which, you know, we've seen, he has the ability to get real fucking lyrical when he wants to. I think if we get that surf, that's where it gets difficult.
Mm.
So pretty much the way I see it going down with no crowd is either Lux has a bit of an advantage or it's extremely debatable. The only thing I can see happening where Lux doesn't have the advantage is if he decides to like just kind of take this one lightly with, you know, like tries to like, you know, act like if he tries to take the route where like, you know, he tries to like goods Sue Surf, like, you know, I brought you in here and shit like that. Like, you can take that approach, but you're going to have to be aggressive with it. You're going to have to be like foul with it, offensive with it. Like, you can't just.
You can't do like with the Mook wearing Gucci and coming out too.
Nah.
Like, I'm too cool for this shit.
Yeah, we don't want to see King of Harlem, man. We don't want to see King of Harlem. We want
gray hoodie.
Like, gray hoodie or tux. Like, we want you to demean that nigga. You know what I mean?
You hear that, Lux?
With the crowd,
no.
Yeah, with the crowd, I'd say Surf has a tremendous advantage.
Wow,
tremendous.
Why you say
tremendous? Yeah, I think it's a lot harder to make that battle a classic with a crowd.
Wow.
I think Lux would have to be Gray Hoodie Lux. He would have to be like, his tenacity would have to be there. He can't write he can't be too lyrical miracle without stinging. You know what I mean? Like, it has to hurt. All of it has to hurt.
I got you.
Because Surf is phenomenal. This nigga is a magician with like whipping up the crowd's energy and getting them all riled up and like on the surf train and doing this little shit. This is all it takes. Once he does this, you lost that round.
Neighborhood.
Next round, bro. Like, you might as well go for the next round. He does this, that means he already got like a crazy reaction, and now he's doing this shit. This is the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, he
like,
flexing on you now.
Yeah, like, it's over. But yeah, that's why I hope it's with no crowd, because that's where like you have the most potential to have like a crazy ass classic. Not that, you know, I feel like it's gonna be classic regardless, but I think there's a much higher degree of quality potential with no crowd.
Okay,
that's just my opinion though. I might not. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just a fucking guy with a shirt on, man. Like, I don't know shit.
Listen, nah, man. At the end of the day, we fans of this, man. We love this. We love the back and forth. We love the potential, you know, classic lines that's gonna make us like, wow, I can't believe these guys came up with this. And just
these are both guys that have changed the game.
You feel me?
Both guys that at a certain point in time changed the fucking game with what they were doing.
Exactly.
So it's like,
so, you know, we just judging, you know, what we like, man. And at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting nonetheless. Do you have your own winner, like how you think it's going down?
if I'm going based on if I got money, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm putting a house on a winner.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I got Surf. You know,
Wow.
I'm going with Surf. That's the safe bet. That's the safe bet.
Okay, you hear that, Lux? Let me stop. Nah.
Lux don't give a fuck about this.
Lux gonna be like, "Word, Jay, you gonna see him too?" Like, Jay, you had
Yo, who this Jay nigga? Who this nigga with the fucking?
The Mad
Who this
King?
Samoan nigga talking shit, dog? Nah, but I want Lux to really like get in that bag. If Lux goes gray hoodie on Surf, yes, I don't see Surf beating that. Like I haven't seen anything from Surf that can beat like gray hoodie Lux, but as time has gone on, I haven't seen anything to lead me to believe gray hoodie Lux will show up. So the safe bet goes to Surf.
Yeah, definitely, man. And before we close out, well, do you have anything you also want to let the people know that's imperative that they have to know that you got going on, or that's just going on that you want them to, be in tune with?
Not yet. I will. I'd say just stay tuned to my Twitter because with the changes that are going on, there's a lot of information that I will be, sharing, but also there's a lot of content that I'll be coming up with now because of the changes. So I would say just stay tuned. Like on my Twitter, on my Facebook, I'll start utilizing my Instagram more too.
Yeah, stop playing,
all the
man.
handles are.
Yeah, you got fans out here, man. Stop playing around. You got some fans out here, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, Instagram was like Instagram's one of the last ones, man. Like, I feel like I got Facebook and Twitter on a stronghold. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty solid there for now. But yeah, Instagram's just the last one. Like, but I feel like Instagram's like one of those ones where it's like, it's kind of like the new shit on the block that like. You gotta be a certain way or something. Like niggas want pretty shit on Instagram. Like I feel like there's a certain demographic that uses Instagram that like and capitalizes on it that like I'm not with that generation. You know what I mean? Like so it's like even with Twitter it was the same way for me. So
plug into the Matrix, man. Plug into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Man. Eat that steak, even though it ain't real.
Like jerk chick with the rub. I've been popping since 50 Cent did in the club. What you do with 2 stimmy checks, I do with a dub. She wanna eat, but she threw it all up. She need my food. Hey, so I'ma make it do what it does. What would you do if you knew what you could do with it, cuz? Why you mad at me? Like I released the COVID and tried to sell vaccines. Like I created this bill and tried to control that fiend. I just picked up the sticks and tried to play like me.